The US Senate has worked through the night to pass a foreign aid bill worth billions for Ukraine and Israel. The bill is now headed to a divided House where Republican Speaker Mike Johnson is already threatening to block it.
The bill, as amended, passes.
After a rare all-nighter, a bipartisan group of U.S. senators passed a $95 billion foreign aid bill for Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan.
Today, we make Vladimir Putin regret the day he questioned America's resolve. And we make clear to others, like China's President Xi, not to test our determination.
It's a national security package that was held up for months while lawmakers tried to reach a deal on new U.S. border policy. That didn't happen, so the Senate moved on to help U.S. allies, with some Republicans dragging their feet.
They say, we are going to somehow be overrun by communists if we don't do this. But we have no money. There is no money to be sent over there. It all has to be borrowed.
But any bill that passes one chamber of Congress must also pass the other before it's sent to the president's desk. And the House might not even consider it without border security measures included.
There has to be a different option, and that option needs to be sensible solutions that both protects our home here, our border at home, as well as our allies abroad.
Instead, House Republicans are more focused on impeaching Biden's Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, which they'll try to do for a second time in a vote Tuesday night. With Republicans having such a narrow majority in the House, every vote counts on matters like this, and that's why today's special election in New York is crucial for Republicans after expelling GOP Congressman George Santos in December.
And right on cue, the president, Joe Biden, is speaking on this very issue.
I urge Speaker Johnson to bring it to the floor immediately. Immediately. There's no question that a Senate bill was put on the floor in the House of Representatives, it would pass. It would pass. And the Speaker knows that. So I call on the Speaker to let the full House speak its mind and not allow a minority of most extreme voices in the House to block this bill even from being voted on. Even from being voted on. This is a critical act for the House to move. It needs to move. The bill provides urgent funding for Ukraine so it can keep defending itself against Putin's vicious, vicious onslaught. We've all seen the terrible stories in recent weeks. Ukrainian soldiers out of artillery shells, Ukrainian units rationing rounds of ammunition to defend themselves, Ukrainian families worried that the next Russian strike will permanently plunge them into darkness or worse. This bipartisan bill sends a clear message to Ukrainians and to our partners and to our allies around the world. America can be trusted. America can be relied upon. And America stands up for freedom. We stand strong for our allies. We never bow down to anyone, and certainly not to Vladimir Putin. So let's get on with it.